So we're having a look at this engine, and there's something that's interesting and worth showing you. Basically, we've stripped the engine apart and we've found a defect, and this defect is here. I'll zoom in a minute. And what's happened is it would appear somebody's screwed the fastener in underneath, and it's either been the wrong fastener or there's been a slug of grease or something in the bottom of the hole, and that's caused this section of casting to be ejected into this area here. Now I'll zoom in so you can see closer. So this is a 125 two-stroke engine, and you can see this area here. It's just popped in to the crankcase. Now this crankcase, outlined by this section here, is a sealed system. The reed valves go in this section here. As the piston goes up, it sucks fuel and air into the crankcase. As the piston comes down, that fuel and air is then pumped up into the cylinder. So it's important that this bit has fallen into a sealed system, and it's not going to do any good. So what did it do? So this is the other half of the crankcase, and when we initially split the crank, we couldn't see the damage. There is actually damage on this face down here, so some of the fragment may have gone in here and caused this damage, but the worst bit was this bit here. As you can see, a large chunk has actually been chipped off. Now this was held in place by the gasket, but that has basically ruined this whole crankcase. As soon as that was punched in, this was now not a sealed system, and it probably explains why when we drained the oil we could smell petrol. So this simple little plug of metal that was popped in from maybe the wrong screw being screwed in a hole has basically wrote off this whole engine. So you can see here this replacement crankcase, and we've installed the crank back into this half, and the actual clearance here looks to be about 2mm. However, when the conrod big end comes around, the clearance literally disappears to about 1mm. So it was the conrod that has caused the damage to the other half of the crankcase. So I hope that video has been of some use to you. It just goes to show the consequences of foreign material in a small engine. Thank you for watching. Okay, so this video isn't over. The more I rebuilt the engine, the more problems I found. And then I actually found the last piece of the puzzle. So I'm going to zoom in just so you can see what I mean. First thing I need to explain, the crankcase we got to replace the bust one was a second-hand unit, and when it arrived, half of it was broken. So I've had to do something I really didn't want to do. I've had to mix one half of the old crankcase with one half of the new one. I think I've got away with it. Everything seems to line up nicely, but not an ideal solution. So let's zoom in and have a look what I found next. So because I've had to reuse half the crankcase, I've still got the half that has this horrible hole in. So the next stage of the build was to put this cover back on this half of the crankcase. Now for you that don't know, this is a wet clutch, so this side will also have oil in it, the same oil that is used in the gearbox. Now I said at the start that this problem may have been caused by the wrong fastener being screwed into the hole, and that is entirely possible. If I show you here, there are two bolts that hold this cover in place. One of them is 35mm, the other is 32. So that is a possibility that somebody did actually get the wrong bolt and screw it in the hole. So to avoid making the same problem, I've made sure I know exactly the length of each screw that goes in each hole. But I also said at the time that it could have been caused by maybe a blob of grease down one of the holes. So before I screwed this on, I made sure all the holes were clear. So I'm going to zoom in and show you this bit. So I'm checking these holes to make sure they're all clear and there's no debris at the bottom. And as an example, this one, you can hear it's nice and clear, and you can blow out the dirt if there's any, but actually that feels okay. However, when it came to the one next door here, it's actually spongy at the bottom. And it's the same with this one here. There is actually something spongy in the bottom. So now I think I found where the problem lies. So you can see I've got a little wood screw here, and I'm just very carefully screwing that into the hole to release this debris. I'm not sure if you can see that, but what I then discovered was really quite horrible. I'll just pull that out so you can see. So let's get that in the picture. So what you can see there is lots of black material that I've just dug out the bottom of that hole. And what I believe that is gasket sealant. So what that means is sometime in the past somebody has removed this cover, possibly to gain access to the clutch. And they've decided to cut corners and not replace the gasket. I'm then guessing they've put lots of silicone sealant on the mating surfaces, and quite a lot of that has ended up down the holes. They've screwed the cover back on, and when they've screwed the fasteners into the holes, the silicone sealant has caused damage. So I've just finished cleaning those holes out, and that is the amount of debris I've got out of one side only. So just to finish off this video, I'm going to have a look at a couple of the pictures I took along the way, because we actually found more damage, and it's useful to understand how much damage can be caused by foreign material. So the first one is the obvious one. This is the chip we found in the crankcase. However, in the bottom half, which is the gearbox half, you'll see next to a bearing there is another hole. So that hole should not be there. It looks like somebody's caused the same damage as before to that hole as well. So in this case, it's really not good, because this half is the gearbox half, and that bearing holds one of the gearbox shafts. So that little plug of aluminium had gone straight into a gearbox. So in this picture you can see some more of the damage we found. Thankfully this was on half the crankcase that we did actually replace. You can see here that something's been threaded into that hole, and then the whole side of the casing has been cracked off. Now potentially that could have been the same reason. It could have been debris down the bottom of the hole. Or maybe they've just managed to drop the casing, or I don't know. So the last thing I'm going to show you is this plastic gear. Now this little plastic gear drives the oil pump. It's the oil pump that is used to inject oil into the carburetor for the two-stroke engine. I'm just going to zoom in for you. And you can see hopefully there that there's a tooth missing from the gear. Now that could have happened anyhow, but I'm fairly certain that's because particles of aluminium have got wedged in that gear and broke it off. Now if two of those teeth had been broken off, that would have been the oil pump out of action, and then the engine would have probably seized. So I hope this video has been useful for you. It's definitely been an eye-opener for me to see how much damage can be caused by a small amount of foreign material. Thank you for watching.